Hello and welcome to the Darren Connell podcast show. My name's Darren Connell and this is my show. I'm sure you know that by now. And this is my guest this week, Tommy Reilly.
Alright, man.
Alright, mate?
Yeah, all good. It's good to be here.
You up for talking some shite and having a laugh?
Very much so. It's basically what I do all the time.
As a job?
Aye.
Tommy Reilly's a singer-songwriter.
Yeah,
Do
pretty
you
much.
stunts?
I do them on stunts. No matter how intense they get, I do them. Jumping, climbing, anything.
Many instruments do you play?
These days, I've started learning the fiddle.
Honestly?
Yeah, that was my New Year's resolution from last year, so that would make it 4.
That's cool as fuck, by the way.
It's getting there. It's not very good though.
That's a shame.
It's like I kind of thought, well, if you can, I figured, like, probably wrongly, that if you can play the piano, that it's 2 hands as well in it. I thought it'd be fine. But it's not the same thing at all. So I add the fiddle and then the piano and the guitar and a wee bit of the drums and the bass and that kind of thing.
Good. Well, see, when I was in school, I was what was that? General 4 in music.
What's that? Is that like standard grade though?
It's pretty shite, aye.
Right.
Is
But that's alright, is it not?
Were
Do you
you
know, you
credit?
play grade 3 or something? Well, no, when I did it, I had to do an int 2. What's that? They keep changing it. 'Cause my brother's still at school and he's doing like national 5s or something like that.
Oh, your wee brother does magic and all that, doesn't
Aye, he does magic. A bit of a weird family.
You've got a talented family. He's got a brother called Connor that's a cameraman as well. He does my self-tapes. And he's got a younger brother that's like fucking David Blaine.
Aye.
I was up at your dad's house, man, doing...
Did he do any tricks for you?
I was doing my self-tape, like an audition tape with his brother Connor, and his wee brother just walked in and he's like, look into my eye.
He's sort of got a weird delivery as well. He sort of puts on a voice.
Aye.
He sort of becomes this other person. It's really, really weird. He sort of like, his voice goes all high and sort of creepy and magical. It's a bit
That
weird.
was pretty freaky.
Yeah, it's pretty freaky.
Aye, because he freaked us out, then he gave us a cake, like he baked a cake. I was like, fuck, is there any
He's like mad into magic, maths and the Great British Bake Off, which I think is a powerful combo. I think he's someone to watch out for in the future of the world. He wants to study maths, just maths, but he's mad into magic and baking. It's a weird combo.
That's like the film A Beautiful Mind.
I think it's just like the result
your
of having
brother.
to be the younger brother of like me and then Connor. You can only have like a strange impact on you.
I know your dad as well, Tommy's dad, Tommy Senior.
Yeah.
He goes to a boxing club in Malton, and I go to that boxing club.
Aye.
And that's why you're on the podcast.
But he's like a.
It's like, I know your dad.
Aye, do you want to do it?
On the podcast, I know your dad.
But he's like a brown belt or something, and he's like, I've seen him do the boxing stuff, and like, it's weird. I think our sister's the only one that's like him, and that she's like mad into exercise. But me and my wee brother, you know what I mean, was just like, you know Conan, like he's like a rake.
Aye.
Really thin, and then I'm pretty bad for doing anything like that. But my dad, he's lethal with the punching and the boxing and all that
solid.
stuff. It's pretty serious, man.
This is the first podcast I've worn my jacket because I've been self-conscious about you seeing my tits, and I'm like, right, I can't do 4 podcasts in a row when I'm hiding a black jacket on my tits. But I don't think. I mean,
But that's it's like no, and that's it. Black's a good colour for that kind of thing. Or
Can
dark,
you see my
dark
tits?
blue. No, not at all.
Is that what I get?
It's like it's an angle thing. You've got the right angle. It's fine.
Slouch, yeah.
No, but that's why that boxing class is pretty good actually, because I went up and like I took my mate Hendo and he whited after the first time we went, and they're all pretty serious. Like they're all really fit.
Yeah.
But like I'm terrible at exercise, and they're pretty inclusive. They're like, "Come on, join in." You know, like you can get a shot. But they run about 6 miles before they do any exercise. That's
the first time I met.
that's the exercise. Like I would do that bit and then go up the road. They do that bit and then they start doing more exercise. Doesn't make any sense to me. That's before 3 hours of circuit training, and then they start punching things at the end. Like, I don't know how, and they're all fine.
They're all fucking over 50.
They're all over 50. There's like, what is like?
I can smell shite, man. I was just checking my boots out. Sorry, just in case you were wondering what I was doing.
No,
Can you smell shite?
No, I actually can't. So I'm hoping it's over your side.
Is it on your boot?
No, I'm good. Pretty
I
sure
can
I'm good.
gin up, mate. I can smell shite.
I'm good.
Can you smell that?
Clear.
No. I think my nose is fucked then.
Like is that one of those things like if you're having a stroke or something? You just
like you should. Tell me, can you smell shite? Phone an ambulance. That's the
I
first
hope
time
you're
I
alright,
met you. Aye, you know first aid, mate.
Just imagining shite. That's not good.
I can it might be this coffee actually.
I mean, that's a damn indictment of your mate's coffee making. Like, it's all right.
When Paul Craig, the UFC fighter, he was in here for a podcast and he stood in fox shite. So maybe I'm just like,
maybe he's left some somewhere. It's a wee gift.
I know, it's pure fruity. That's the first time I spoke to your dad. That's when I seen you at a gig. Remember years ago?
Aye. Yeah. Because where was that? Where was that again?
Dram.
Aye.
And I've got a joke. I was doing a Baby Mermaid joke.
That's one of my favourite jokes of maybe the last 5 years of anyone's. Like, because I'm a sort of like, me and my brother are pretty hardcore comedy nerds, and that's like, it really crosses over with like, I'm mad into like Dimitri Martin, Mitch Hedberg, all these kind of surreally kind of guys, and that's one of my favourite gags of the last 5 years. I use that as a Darren Connell advert whenever someone's like, that's what I'm doing Darren's podcast for. You hear this joke he's got, it's amazing. It's like,
well, that's what your dad was like. He's like, you do stand up? I was like, aye. And he's like, it's a Baby Mermaid joke, innit?
Aye.
Like in a boxing club in Melbourne.
Yeah.
He's like, you scudded my son with a mic. Remember I fucked you with the mic?
Oh, aye, of course. That was an amazing night, man. But then like, we all brought my mum to your warm-up show for the festival.
No.
And that was like, you were doing jokes about your asshole for about 7 minutes. And we were like, Mum, do you want to come see our mate Dan do stand-up? And then we realised, like, as soon as we said that, we've made an error here. We've made a severe error of judgment. But like, Mum's got a really solid sense of humour, but a different one to my dad. And you're just like, I knew Dad would roll with it, but I instantly had a feeling. I was like, this is not her ideal night out of comedy. Like, you actually acted out trying to look at your own arsehole for about 7 minutes.
That's my first 10 minutes of the set, wasn't it? Because it wasn't the thing is, it wasn't even getting laughs.
No, we were howling. We were howling, but it was a combo of like absolutely howling because I was watching my mum watch it, which is just this like, it was really, really funny. She's like, Darren's interesting, isn't he?
I was wondering why she was a bit weird with us when I walked into your house. She's like, that's the arsehole guy.
It's the arsehole guy.
You've got some good news as well. You're working on a musical.
Aye, so this is like, I mean, for the last sort of, a bridge.
Notice how I quickly changed the subject for the arsehole.
You would want to get off that.
Sorry.
Sorry, I'll help you out. We'll talk about something else. But like, I think for the last like few years, I've been trying to do more film stuff, and my brother makes things anyway.
Yeah.
And then we did a wee shot together. Like, well, he did his grad film when he was at the conservatoire, and I did the score for that, and that was like the first proper thing I'd ever done that had like even a small budget and like was properly shot and all that. Before that, I'd just been like dabbling or doing things on my own and making things for stuff. So, and then the BAFTA people were super nice about that and put it up for the new talent thing. Brilliant. And I think that's when I ran into you at one of those BAFTA parties.
Yep.
Or that was maybe the BAFTA Scotland's after that, because you get an invite. If you go to one, you get to go to the other one. And then we were all at that having a dance.
About 3 years ago.
Aye.
Yeah.
So then
that was brilliant that night.
No, yeah, and then there was the one.
There's been a few times I've
there was the one
bumped into you.
And there was the one recently where we were like, it was great, free bevy and everything. It was great fun. But yeah, so I've been like trying to, since then, like really trying to screw the nut and do more film stuff, because it's something I've always wanted to do. And if I figured like if you can get away with doing gigs and music for a bit, then maybe you can get away with doing films for a bit. So if you can convince everyone to let you do gigs, you can convince them to let you score stuff. So it's been great.
It's
full
a fantastic
on feature film and stuff.
Aye.
It's really exciting. And writing it all with my mate Roddy Hart, who some of you might know. He's on Radio Scotland and all that stuff as a presenter, but also very good songwriter. So it's great fun.
And the film used to be called Zombie Musical.
The original idea was a zombie musical, so it was based on this short that a guy called Ryan McHenry made, who you know through the Vine thing.
Yeah.
But he sadly passed away about a year and a half into production of it, and but he's this unbelievably talented guy. Made the short when he was at Edinburgh College of Art. Got a BAFTA for it, like a new talent for it, and then got a feature film deal. And then the whole time we were working with him, he was just he'd been diagnosed with this horrible illness, and just the way he dealt with it, and you saw a lot of that through his campaigning on Vine, but the way he dealt with it was just amazing. But after he passed away, we kind of thought, this probably won't happen, but then his best mate Nathan, who's one of the producers, just amazingly was like, no, let's get it done, and found a way to make it. And it's pretty special. There's still songs going in the film that he was a big fan of, and
Brilliant.
feels really cool to be.
That's
to be
good,
making
man.
it
There's
with him
a
in
good vibe about it.
Aye, it's exciting.
It'll be
And, yeah,
it'll be a proud moment for everybody when it's
cool.
done.
But go follow it on Twitter and all. It's called Anna and the Apocalypse, and it'll be a cool movie.
Check it out, Trips. Ryan
A Christmas zombie musical, and it's now directed by a guy called John McPhail, whose first film Where Do We Go From Here is totally brilliant, and he's come onto it and been super respectful of the legacy of it, but he's taken it his way, and his way's great. I love his stuff, and he's amazing.
Good.
So it's dead exciting.
I'm looking forward to seeing it.
13 songs of ours in it, which is cool. It doesn't usually happen to get 13 tunes in a movie, so it's
That's
very
cool as
exciting.
fuck.
And we'll be doing the score for it too, so it's cool.
Good.
Very
Well,
good fun.
Check it out, Trips, because it'll be
Super
good.
exciting. And if you want to be a zombie, just give us a shout there actually, if you want to.
Aye?
Yeah.
Like he's looking for zombies?
Aye.
Fucking aye.
You'd make a good zombie, I think.
I'm kind of halfway there. I've got a plaster on my face.
I wouldn't
Like-
do too much if you could.
I'm like a Scottish Nelly.
Aye.
I haven't even got a
You
cotton
could bring that
breakfast,
back
mate.
though. I just start wearing those plasters, but then then wear it, keep it in one place for years, and then just move it one day. Don't
Oh,
tell anyone why.
I was going to, when you turn round, I was going to switch
Switch it,
But
and then
fuck with
I'll
your
just
mind.
look at you like this for the rest of the show.
So do you think like being a solo artist is quite cutthroat?
Aye, well, it's tough. It's brutal, and it's really hard to keep. It's hard to keep the motivation going these days, because like it's so tough, man. Like it's not. It's easier than ever to get your music on the internet or whatever. Try and get people to listen to it, but it's harder than ever to make any money from it. It's like no one buys records. At least in the olden days, if you could get, if you had, let's say, 5,000 to 10,000 fans, something like that, they would buy records, but no one buys records anymore. If you could get a wee audience like that, it could probably keep you going for ages. But
plus promoters probably stand-up's the same for me. Like if you get offered a gig, they're like, come and do my gig and we'll give you like there's a 10-inch margarita pizza there, and you get like 2 Diet Cokes, and you're like, mate, I need to fucking pay my phone bill.
You can get beer and come and do it for free, or like folk asking you to just like I get asked to do weddings a lot.
Aye.
Which is weird because of the nature of like, I think maybe just because of the telly thing, like how I originally came up and got a few tunes out, and it was through something that was like quite wide exposure.
Yeah.
So like there's a lot of folk who met around that time and messaged me a lot asking me to do weddings, but that's like a gig I don't want to do on any level. I do not want to play at someone's wedding, not because I don't believe in love or hate people's weddings, but you're just like that's a shitty gig, like
a lot of pressure as well. Imagine if you had a shelter.
Absolute nightmare.
They'll remember that for the rest of their life.
Exactly. It's hellish.
Tommy, you ruined our
I
day.
remember that. I become famous along the west of Scotland for ruining weddings.
You should do that as like the character.
I was put on purpose.
Like the wedding singer, just howling in the mic.
But just shite. I don't know, it's something about that just doesn't appeal to me on any level. But I get asked that quite regularly. That's the only gigs I get offered now. People nostalgically want me to come and do weddings. That's why I'm changing career. I'm going to be a composer instead, Darren.
They stand up, mate. It's shite as well.
No, but then that's the ultimate thing with musicians is I think it happens to so many of them. There's a mate of mine I talk to about this all the time, where it's like, I don't know about you, but the reason you start doing it is because like you like it, obviously you're a fan of like comedy or whatever, or music, but it's a total buzz at the start. Like it's terrifying. You do a gig, it's really scary, so that's fun. And you get a total rush out of it. That wears off over time and you become like dead inside and it's not exciting anymore. So like the bit I've started really enjoying is the bit in between songs where anything could happen. So you tell a wee story or you talk about something, and that's the only bit that's like really terrifying that's left. Or if you play something you only half know it, or you try something brand new and that's a bit scary. So loads of musicians I think totally want to be comedians secretly because they enjoy that bit where they do a pattern in between songs. But it's a total false economy because in a music gig the audience just want to help you get through it. They're on your side. In a comedy club they're like, impress me, mate. So like you can imagine loads of musicians thinking, oh, I'm dead funny because they laughed at my thing last night, going to try and do comedy and then totally dying in their ass, like that's
like Colin Hay, the guy for Men at Work. He does some extra stand up and
but it's because you're like, oh, that was addictive. I made them laugh just now. But I could do that again for an hour. It was easy. But it's not at all. They're on your side at your gig. They want to laugh.
So the music I mean, the reason why I want to get people on here is obviously to have a laugh with my mates, people that interest me, but I think people look at the comedy world and the music world like it's some magical fucking weird thing, and I'm like, no, it's not. It's like quite hard, and
no, completely.
You're saying we sound similar, like comedy.
Oh
and
man,
music.
it's hard, and it's like a thing of like this constant like argument about whether it like to keep like what, like basically if you want to do it for a job, you have to really really like it, or else there's no point, because everybody's like, oh, that sounds fun, but and the reason you do it is because amazing things pop up and you get to do all this fun stuff every now and again, but the day to day of it's like really really hard. You have to keep it afloat and keep it going. I mean,
I don't know, I mean, I still love performing. I love getting on a stage.
That's the bit that never goes away. It's like you love that. It's like
every other side of it, but it's like people, when's the next time you're gigging, Gommy? No even call you Tommy. You've known you for about 15 years. And you're like, I'm gigging in fucking the wherever, the Tenants Bar or something. Where's the Tenants Bar? And you're like, you know, Google Maps. Much for a ticket? How do I get a ticket? And you're like, oh, for fuck's sake, man.
The worst one I get is like folk come up and go, you like, oh, like every now and again someone will go, oh man, you're that guy, and I'll go, aye, cool. And I'll go like, oh, you've not done a show in ages, can I come? So I did one last week.
A couple of years ago you burst on the scene. I know you were always gigging and stuff, but people that might not be familiar with
of course,
Scottish
which is
music.
most people.
You won the talent competition, didn't you?
I did that thing where Orange Unsigned thing when I was like 19.
Yeah.
And that was just on the basis that you got to get a gig in London, or else in my head when I was like 19, I was like, if you don't get a gig in London you won't get any other gigs. So I was like, I better do a gig in London, and then saw that, and it was like an open call. You can come down, try out, and then we'll put you on the telly for a couple of weeks. And then I thought, well, even if I get on the first week, which would be amazing, maybe I'll get another gig in London, because that's where all the labels and everyone is. So and then that kind of got out of hand kind of fast, and then ended up accidentally winning it.
Amazing.
Which I want to be clear about the word accident, because that got very quickly, the wheels came off and that got like out of hand. And then I was just at uni at the time. It just got a bit bonkers.
Still at uni? Fuck's sake, man.
Super weird. I was like, I was in the middle of second year. I was doing my exams while like the final and that was happening. Of all that, it's just bonkers.
Where were you studying?
Electrical engineering with music.
Wow.
It was pretty intense.
Because then you released a single, didn't you? And you were number 14.
Aye. Which is still funny to think about. And just like, I remember like, you gone from like, I remember I woke up the day after the final of it, and then it was like, oh, you need to go and call, you need to speak to Fern Cotton and Reggie Yates, when they were still on Radio 1. That's how long ago this was, but it's like, you need to speak to Fern Cotton and that about the tune because it's in the charts, and you're like, what's happening?
Was they cool with you?
Aye, they were alright. They actually really sound, it's just the whole thing was bizarre, and like having to go, but like I just was not in the right headspace or even remotely prepared for any of it, and didn't know about any of it. So ended up like daft things. Like about a week after that, I had my first, maybe 2 weeks or something, had my first ever show in London, and like I'm still like the same kid that's 2 weeks ago had no gigs, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm like still terrified, and it's like this is still in the stage where it was exciting and nervy.
Yeah.
So I did this gig to like 300 people, and then all day, like the manager, I had a manager at the time, guy from Glasgow and stuff, and they were all like, aye, so all these people are coming. This guy's coming from the press, this guy's coming from this company and all that. This guy's coming from the radio station. It's going to be a big show. And
you've got uni the next day.
Aye, basically
shiting yourself.
It's like I remember just like wrecking it, and so I'd like, we were talking about this earlier, but I drank too much.
Aye.
Did the show. The show was fine. I was maybe like 3 or 4 beers in, but I came off, and a mixture of absolute terror and beer just whited everywhere.
Wow.
Round the back of the gig, but people were waiting round the back to say hi after the show, so they were just watching me be sick. So I guess it's bizarre. Sick everywhere. Sick of my shoes and everything. And then this woman like from the label, just super glamorous, comes out. She's like, if you want to come to the Brits after party, we're going now. We have to go right now. And I'm like, I've got sick of my shoes. And I'm like, half cut. She's like, we're going now. So I'm like spraying half a can of deodorant on my trainees, and I had to go to like some after party that Arctic Monkeys were at and all this stuff, and I'm just walking about stinking and spotty and like just been sick at the back of a venue, and you're just like, I was not really, did not fit in on any level.
Yeah.
But
you sound like you didn't enjoy it. I mean, the gig.
I actually had a total laugh. Like,
Yeah.
But like, I just remember not being like everyone else that I met through the label or anyone just being like super glamorous and together and on it.
Yeah.
And I just remember being like, no, I'm just the same wee guy that does not fit in with this on any level. Like they tried to get me clothes and that, but they still wouldn't fit right, and they were awkward. That they tried to get me to do this and that, and I just never really.
Yeah.
Still just like a bit spotty and a wee bit daft and awkward, and never really. I'm like quite awkward anyway, so I was just awkward the whole time. But that's fine. I had a great time getting to see all that stuff and getting to have a laugh. But still, just like, yeah, I'd be the only guy that gets an invite to the Brits and is sick before it. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
And goes anyway. It's like.
So you don't drink when you gig anymore?
No, I try not to.
Yeah.
But maybe during the show, like.
Aye, we play it cool.
Yeah, maybe a wee pint as it's going on.
Yeah, I've never been sick after.
Sick before?
Sick before, aye. Some terrible. I nearly shat myself as well.
Really?
Like at the Wild Cabaret.
That
You
would
ever
be.
gig there?
No. Where's that?
Candle rigs.
Oh, aye.
Trongate.
I know what you mean. Aye.
A proper like old school vintage
Right.
dance night.
That would be stressful.
Aye. I was like proper welcome to the stage, Darren Connell, and I'm like plugging my arsehole with a paper towel.
Yeah, oh God.
Like genuinely in the toilet, like
That's
I was
traumatic.
like, I wish there was a screen up so they could see that.
Yeah, that's a nightmare.
Have you ever shot yourself?
No, not that I can think of. Not since, I mean, I imagine I did it repeatedly as a baby, but not since then.
Never a gig?
Not that I can think of. Certainly not during a gig. That would be my idea of hell. That's the kind of thing I'd wake up in the night freaking out about. I'd be, what, how do you keep that? How do you not let that comes across your face, surely, if that happens?
Aye, like
they see
know.
it in your, people know and you'll see it in your eyes. There's nothing you can do about that.
They'd be looking at you like he's been in a war, or
Aye, something's happened to you.
Aye,
Something's gone wrong.
He's been in the army, or he's shit his pants.
Yeah, he's got that far away look, like he's remembering something. Aye, there's no way around that.
Even if you did shit yourself, you wouldn't tell us, would you? Because it's a podcast. It's going into like
exactly. I've got even if it was true, I never would. This has been recorded. There's a camera pointing at. But no, thankfully not. Thankfully, it's not something I've had to live through.
As soon as the camera's finished, you're
I'll
like,
tell you
darn,
about
I
it.
actually
Tell
did
you
shit my
all
pants.
about it.
That's probably a smell of shite.
Aye, that's it.
And
It's
you-
already happened.
When was the last time you gigged?
It's been ages, man. It's been ages since I've done a really proper show, but I'm doing something for Celtic Connections on Tuesday.
That's a big one.
That'll be fun. Well, actually, it's just like a small kind of show in the Hug and Pint in Glasgow.
That's on Tuesday?
Yeah, but on Tuesday it's just doing a handful of tunes.
Yeah, a wee punt.
I come down, it'll be good. It'll
Aye.
be fun. It'll be fun, and it's like I'm trying to get basically using the audience as guinea pigs for a handful of new tunes, and then
Good, mate. What time's it start at?
that's kicking off at like I think 7:30 probably. I
Half-7.
should really know. Tuesday when's that? 31st. Must be.
Aye. What is it? A ticket? How much?
£8, 10 quid.
Fucking
something
£8.
like that.
Come on.
Aye, and Ryan Joseph Bunds is playing, and a wonderful guy from London called Benedict Benjamin. So that'll be a fun night.
£8.
Worth it.
Come on.
Definitely worth it.
And a hugging pint and all. It's a good pint.
Yeah, exactly. I would go just to see Ryan Bunds and Benedict Benjamin. So
There you go. You got a bird?
yep.
That sounds like I'm fucking chatting you up.
Aye, I know, I
You
know.
look alright, by the way.
And not if you're asked.
Still kicking the ball. I wasn't chatting you up there. I just realised fucking talking about my
Listen.
father for my first. Right, so
It's fine.
he's got a bird.
Yep. Score that off.
Bastard.
Sorry, mate. Sorry.
Absolute bastard.
Sorry, I hate to be that guy.
Look at my notes, mate. It's like the Rain Man taking notes. I've just got Tommy Reilly, guitar,
Yeah.
boxing.
Yeah.
He's da.
Yeah. My dad. It does say my dad.
His
on
brother. Ben
it.
Monteith.
Brother, the magician. Who's Ben Monteith?
Because we were going to talk about buskers.
Oh,
Remember?
aye.
We were saying,
Yeah.
I've got an idea for a sketch, and it was basically I'd like Tommy to be in it about how people react to Edinburgh buskers to Glasgow buskers, and then it got us talking about
Aye.
how you felt sorry for Glaswegian buskers, but they're kind of shite as well.
Yeah, I guess it's just, I think it's a weird thing now where it's like it sort of does my head in just because there's so many of them.
Yeah.
And it's no one's fault, like no one's battering him, but it's just like weird thing. I remember, I swear to God, one day I was out, I think it was like Christmas period kind of thing, I was like shopping or something, and I sort of like avoid Buchanan Street because of it now, because there's just so much happening.
Yeah.
I swear I started Buchanan Street and someone was playing at Ed Sheeran, so I can't remember which one it was. It's probably like whatever the big one was at the time.
Yeah.
One guy at the top of the street by the steps was singing the verse, and see, by the time you get to the Buchanan Street subway station, there's obviously another busker, because they're obviously just far enough apart you can't hear each one.
Yeah.
The next guy was doing the chorus. It was almost as if like they were orchestrated down the tune. And then you get to sort of Urban Outfitters, and someone else was doing the third verse, and it was like this one, honestly one song. It's like 4 different wee guys that look pretty similar, all doing the same Ed Sheeran song. And I wasn't really into that tune anyway, and then I had to listen to it bit by bit all the way down the street. It's just like a sort of it's a weird vibe now where everybody's out busking. It's sort of a strange thing.
Yeah.
I kind of want buskers to be really weird.
Yeah.
You don't just want a bunch of guys playing the guitar. You want something a bit more eccentric.
And you've always got a mad junkie dancing beside them, or that mad guy Leo Ray. Imagine if you were busking a tune and a guy's like that. And then you just how do you finish that tune? How do you keep going? No.
I've tried it a couple of times in life, like just a wee bit, like done things like that, like not really busking, but like maybe done a radio session where the guys like just play here in the middle of nowhere and we'll film it, and people walk past and they just sort of like it's like doing a gig where there's just no chance of anyone actually really watching or taking it seriously, unless you take loads of speakers and stuff. But it's just that thought of people just, I don't know why anyone would want to subject themselves to just being ignored all day, but that's just my take on it.
No,
but it's just like a thing of like people just walking past you. It must be really hard going like for an entire day.
I'm way too dead inside for that. See if somebody clinks a pint glass at a gig or something, love me, please, love me.
Yeah, like one like doing a normal show that's like not completely coasting how you want, it's bad enough.
I was in a gig one. It's one of my first gigs. I was in a pub in Paisley called the Copper Coin in Scotland. Under 21s were playing in the back, and a guy in a mobility scooter drove, swear to God, he drove over my foot in the fucking gig, right? It was a mental health charity in Scotland that asked me to come and do this gig. I was in a pub in Paisley. People were snorting lines of coke off the table, and a cunt in a mobility scooter drove over my foot, and I'm up there shiting myself thinking, has anyone got Facebook? And it was just like even the fucking barman, he's not.
Right, that's a disaster, like for comedy as well. Comedy, you need a dark, quiet room and everyone facing the same way. If you've got like football happening and folk driving scooters and guys taking coke, that's not an ideal venue for comedy.
And see, even when I drank, sometimes I went 6, 7, 8 weeks without a booze. So anytime I was gigging, I still drink it as a pint of soda water with cranberry juice. So fucking see in a pub in Paisley when everybody's out there not in gear, and I'm like, hi, can I have a pint of soda water with a dash of cranberry juice, please? They just looked at me like I was a fucking like Robert the Bruce's dad in Braveheart when he's got leprosy. Like, mate, I'll just have a can of Iron Brew, mate.
That doesn't surprise me.
Have you ever had absolute like a stinker like that?
Oh, a bad show? Yeah, I've plenty. Like, I remember there's a venue in Bathgate called Harley's, man. That was one of the maddest nights of my life. Like, we had this like...
Oh, Harley's Bar?
Aye.
Oh, fuck, aye.
Fucking hell, man. We did a gig in there, and it was the night after we'd just done the ABC, sold out. So it was like 1,200 people. One of the best nights we ever did when we were like really in on the gigging thing. And this huge show, we had a bottle of champagne that night. We all had the after party with our pals. We had this like classy night. We were like, that was cool, man. We all did the ABC last night, and we're all on this like completely lethal hangover, like the proper fear. You got fear and everything, you're just like shaking. You don't want to go to Bathgate, do you know what I mean? And we're all crawling in the van, the drummer's on a come down, you know, everybody's dying. And we got up to Bathgate, did a show, and the promoter was wrecked from the moment we got it. He was steaming. From the moment we got there, he was like, yes, I've booked this band. So he was steaming. Everybody was just getting rowdier and rowdier as the show went on, and this is like sad, emo, like emotional acoustic music, do you know what I mean? And everybody's like fighting and like dancing. You're like, this just doesn't make any sense. So there's a wee hole in the window at the side of the stage, and I did about 5 songs of 12, and I was like, fuck this, I'm out here. Played a chord, jumped through the hole in the wall, and just ran out the venue. So I texted my mate Katie, who was the opener, to like get the car ready. Jumped through the hole in the wall, and just got in her car, and we just fucked off. That was so grim.
So when you jumped through the hole in the wall, what was the band guys doing?
I just left them. I was like, season a bit, boys, you guys pack up. So people were trying to come on the stage and that, and like people trying to like hug you and say hi and all that, and you're like, this is the bit where you guys can't come past.
Aye.
So I was like, fuck this, I'm out of here.
And you're bussed as well for a hangover.
Aye, absolutely dying. Like that was one of the, because we obviously you don't do that every night, so we went mental.
Yeah.
And we had our pals supporting, and Katie opened up, and then some of the guys from Admiral Barrow, who were called Brother Louis Collective at the time, they opened up, and there was just so many mates, and we ended up at a flat party, and we were all just completely wrecked, you know, like early 20s steaming.
Yeah.
And then had to go to Bathgate and do that gig. That was a dark evening.
Jumping through a hole in the wall
to escape the crowd.
They probably thought, this is a mad encore. He's
coming back. It's just a really cool stage exit.
He's driving away in a van.
But the way I've described it sounds like as if I totally nailed it and jumped through that perfectly. Like I sort of awkwardly shuffled through a hole in the wall. Like I'm not very agile. That was one of the most embarrassing. You've ever seen a guy crawl through a wall? Sort of shit.
First of all, why is there a hole in the fucking wall?
I don't understand. It's as if there was a window there and then nobody's ever bothered to put a new one in.
Oh my god.
That was a really weird night. I mean, no disrespect to Bathgate, but I'll never play there again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harley's, that's called.
Dark times. Yeah.
I think I've done a gig in there. The back walls are curtain.
Aye.
Like massive
and they had
curtain.
These lights that every time you played a note, the lights would like react. But if you've got a drum kit, the lights are reacting every time you hit a drum.
Aye.
So it was just like sort of paranoid.
That's so light. Why they were dancing. I think it's a fucking rave.
That was horrible, man. That was probably half the reason. It's like turn them off, it would have been fine.
Oh, the beauty of gigging.
Aye. It's just you end up in some really weird places doing some really weird stuff. But that can kind of be the joy of it if it's a good show. But it's this funny thing where you fly from like you'll do a bad one, you're like, I'm never doing this again. Yeah. And 2 weeks later you'll do a really good one, you're like, that's why I do this, it's brilliant fun, you know.
Have you ever gigged in a Masonic?
No, I haven't. No.
I'm surprised.
How does that go?
I don't gig in a Masonic. They've not got a sense of humour. They don't like mermaid jokes.
I love mermaid jokes, man.
Aye, but see arsehole jokes in front of like 180-year-old Masons.
Yeah, not happening.
Doesn't go down well.
Not happening. I imagine that wouldn't fly. I got
offered a gig in an old folks home as well, like 40 minutes. I was like, nah.
You just patch it?
Aye, fucking aye.
Because what would you would need to like, it's one of those ones where it's a hassle to do. It's like you got to rewrite your whole act.
Aye.
It's like I can't say that to the old people, I can't say that, that's out of order.
That's what it was like. It was like, can you do 40 minutes? There's no microphone, it's only £20, but you get your dinner. And I was like, no.
I don't fancy it. Nah, that's a tricky one.
Imagine that in the middle of an old folks home.
Aye. One night of the week was it as well?
It was something fucking stupid.
Aye,
no, it wasn't night, it was like 10 in the morning on a Wednesday.
No, that's why it's so appealing about doing this film stuff and things like that, where I can kind of just hopefully pick and choose gigs that I can almost try and make sure it'll be fun.
Yes.
You know, and I'm going to try and, because my managers live in Berlin and my publisher, I just signed with BMG again, their publishing company that I'll be writing tunes for. So I'm
Congratulations.
That's really fun. So I'm off to Germany again in February to do a week of like writing some songs for other people, writing some songs for myself. That
well
kind
done,
of thing.
mate.
That's really fun. But I'm hoping to do more things like that and play over there more, because me and my mate Kieran Lavery, he's an Irish songwriter. We did about 12 shows around Germany last November.
I remember that.
And that was just, that's what gigging should be like.
Yeah.
It's awesome fun.
Brilliant,
and you're going to new towns and it's like snowy and everyone was just totally up for like,
you're not climbing through.
I think it's just
walls.
because you've bothered to come from Scotland. Like, there was, and he comes from, I can't even say it properly, but it's like Agahanlon, I think is the name of the town. It's like tiny wee town in Northern Ireland. It's like,
okay.
You've had the hassle to come. So the poster says Scottish songwriter, Irish songwriter, you know, and Kieran's got a big audience out there through Spotify and all these things. And those are the kind of shows that people just sat in silence and were up for the gig and laughed when you told the joke, or like, and did some mad shows, like played in a yoga centre, some funny stuff like that. Cool. But everyone was kind of up for the whole thing.
Yeah.
Never had a bad gig. The only gig that wasn't like completely amazing was, and I think they were all really strong. We just had a good time. That's good. Like, that's what it should be like. Go try and make it a holiday and a bit of an adventure and that kind of thing.
Proper, with it sending the arty farty, it's a proper like, this is why I'm doing it.
That was it. That was every night was just amazing, and good stuff happening. Listening to a lot of R. Kelly, having a good time.
Instead, R. Kelly?
Yeah, we got really into R. Kelly in a big way on it.
Really?
Listened to Trapped in the Closet, start to finish, twice. which if you haven't listened to is a stone cold masterpiece.
Was it good?
Yeah, I mean it's shite, but it's the best thing ever.
And that shite is good.
Oh, it's unbelievable. The story makes no sense. There's so many plot holes.
Oh,
it's like an R&B opera. I don't know if you've ever listened to that.
R&B opera.
Yeah. He is in a closet at the start of it. Oh no, at the start of it he's not in the closet. He's talking to his missus, and then they have a bit of a fight, and then he goes to hide in the closet, and then a guy comes in to sleep with his girlfriend. He watches them, and then I think that's what happens. And then there's like a bit where there's like a midget in a cabinet. He uses the term midget, which I don't think is politically correct. Then there's a whole sequence. But then, like, because he's got so much money and it's R. Kelly, like, it's the guy that plays Omar from The Wire.
Oh, really?
Like, good actors in the videos for it. But the whole thing's on Spotify, man. It's
this is when they're struggling actors.
And he uses the same tune for every chapter. It's unbelievable, man. It's a total master. It gets funnier and funnier as it goes. It's like an accumulative funny. It just gets better and better and better. And
was he in the Space Jam? Film Space Jam?
No, his tune was I Believe I Can Fly. That's the epic closing number. Because
I was listening to that the other day. The soundtrack to Give It Up, it's a Space Jam.
It's a great film and great song, man.
Yeah.
That's the thing about R. Kelly, man. He's like, he's obviously a bad guy in many respects, if the rumours are true. But some funny songs, man, which are all wildly politically incorrect, but are really, really funny. Like he's got one called Pregnant. It's just one of the most out of order things I've ever heard, but is unbelievably funny.
Because he's got the sex tape into it. I mean, we need to say that.
Aye.
We won't go into details.
And and it's just like stuff like he does that just nobody else would do. Like, is that album that at the time when we were doing that tour, he had an album coming out called Black Panties.
Black Panties.
And the whole joke was like, the whole tagline for the album was Black Panties drop Wednesday. And I was like, as much as that's disgusting, that's really funny.
Yeah.
That's the problem. It's like he's completely detestable in many ways, but that's funny.
He's hilarious. He's surrounded by
accidentally. I just don't think he knows he's surrounded by yes men. No one's like, you can't say that, mate. You just can't say that.
Nobody's that.
Because who's the guy saying that to R. Kelly? Because then he's like, you can't hang out with me anymore.
You're getting sacked in the morning.
You're out of the entourage immediately.
I know. But he's got a sex tape. Who's the other guy? I seen a sex tape the other night. That fucking old R&B guy. Oh, what's his name, man?
Wait, you said you've seen it?
You can never tell. For research for the podcast. I need to do all that for the podcast now. You'll know that when you go on a radio work, you need to do things.
That's it, you need to watch sex tapes.
Buddy, you can never tell. He's got that.
I don't know that guy. You can never tell. I don't know that one. Mainly R. Kelly. It's about all I know.
He does a
R&B.
Pulp Fiction tune. That one there, like that.
Is that not like a mad guitar thing? Like a Spanish guitar thing? Is that him?
Aye.
I don't know.
Oh man, what's his name? Do you know his name?
You're gonna have to tweet that after this goes out for everybody.
Well, he's got a sex tape, right? And he done he's just farting. I don't know why I fucking slabbered there. Chuck Berry. He's fucking seen it and all. As soon as I'm like, he's just farting. He's like, aye, Chuck Berry, man. Did you not see that before? It's Chuck Berry. He's just like farting in a prostitute's face.
That's disgusting.
But it's a really weird, like.
That's
he's like, horrible. Do you love me? And she's like, yes, I love you. And then he farts in her face, and she doesn't even react. That's
going to have a pretty severe effect on every time I hear Chuck Berry from now on. That sounds awful. That sounds truly awful.
But the farts are they're horrifying.
Yeah, the whole thing sounds like an absolute horror show.
You gonna watch it?
Absolutely not. That sounds deeply disturbing.
You should do a tune with R. Kelly.
That's the thing. That'd be a tough one. If I got that phone call, I'd be like, I disagree with nearly everything this guy stands for, but it might be funny. It's a tough one.
You're dropping a demo with R. Kelly. I'd fucking drop a demo.
Yeah.
I'm not even a singer.
Yeah,
I'd like Chuck Berry farting my face. Get me a gig.
Is Chuck Berry still about?
I think he is, mate. He must be about 105.
Jesus.
Well, I wonder what the hooker's up to. He must be fucked. I'm not judging hookers, so you can edit that out, man. Fuck. Edit the whole fart bit out with Chuck Berry, man. Screech has got a sex tape.
Ah, God,
I
that's
keep fucking
weird.
slabbering, man.
It's
Sorry.
weird. That's like that's a weird one, because I watched that when I was a wee guy. It's just like, that's the thing. It can go one of two ways. You can either be Ryan Gosling and the child star thing works out perfectly for you, or you can do a Culkin or a Screech. You know, they can all go wrong.
I'd rather end up like Macaulay Culkin than Screech. I'd rather be a crackhead than be Screech. He stabbed some cunt.
He's not in jail now.
Aye. He's shanked. He's actually shanked somebody.
It's all gone wrong for him.
Screech. Aye. What's his sex tape called?
It was like a pun. It was a pun on Saved by the Bell, wasn't it? I remember reading about it.
Saved by the Bell.
I think it was something like that. I think it might have been that. I remember reading about it.
Who was the bird? He's just his normal bird.
I think it must have been.
I hope he wasn't farting on her.
Aye.
Like Chuck Berry.
Yeah. I hope not.
Imagine being in Screech's sex tape, man.
I wouldn't want to have anything to do with that.
That's bad, isn't it?
Disgusting.
Remember they came back for a reunion on the Late Show and he wasn't in it because he was in
jail. Aye.
Nobody mentioned it, but
that's it. You don't want to bring it up because it's awkward.
But Screech can't be here. He actually shanked the guy.
Yeah.
He's doing 4.5 years.
Yeah, you probably can't talk about it because it's like an ongoing criminal investigation.
They should do Saved by the Bell Jailhouse Rock or something.
Yeah. Catch up with him. Can they not do that? That's a thing where they like, maybe a thing that's not a thing here. I don't know if I'm speaking out of turn, but like they sort of broadcast trials on TV in the States. They're not more than they do here.
Yeah.
I don't think you really watch what's happening in a court here, but they put them on. Sometimes put them on.
He'll be in Judge Judy.
That would have been. I bet the figures were pretty good for that.
Aye. When I wake up in the morning, it
was a good show, man.
Pumped in the jail cell.
It was a good show.
That was good. No, but Tommy, thanks a lot for doing my podcast.
No, it's amazing, man. I've been enjoying it, and it's been good, and it's good to see you doing it. 'Cause you've been talking about doing it, so it's
thank you very much. I was meaning to get your brother in with you as well, but I know your brother.
You need a jingle, man. We'll need to write you a jingle.
Aye.
You need a jingle. A wee Darren Connell jingle.
You can do it. Speaking about jingles, that's a perfect gateway in.
Aye.
You up for playing a wee tune?
Yeah, cool.
Yeah?
Let's do that.
We've got a guitar here.
Thank God, because I don't have one. Perfect.
You can play a tune, we can have a laugh, we're mixing it up. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's just two mates talking shite. That should be the name of the podcast, Two Mates Talking Shite.
It's quite good, actually.
And then he plays a tune.
It might be the name of the next record, One Guy Talking Shite. That's quite good.
How man we're going to be on it?
If you want it.
I keep just, you're playing a tune and I'm like, anybody get their arsehole out, right?
Like a spoken word piece in between each tune.
I talk about my arsehole too much.
I don't think so, man. I think people are into it.
So next podcast I'm going to do 40 minutes of just farter jokes.
That's what
That's
the people want.
horrifying word, you can cut it out. No, but we're going to get Tommy to play a tune. Thank you very much.
Cool.
I hope you enjoyed it, mate.
I did, man. This is great. Coffee, chat, it's good.
Thank you very much.
Very good.
And see you next week, right?
I wish I could just press pause, stop this big old world from turning. Didn't know how to feel like this, but honey, now I'm learning. And if I could stop that clock hand from spinning, then I would. I'd live 1,000 more days if I could. I wish I could press replay, see that look in your eyes again. It's been forever and a day, 'cause in that moment I saw everything. And if I could stop that clock hand from spinning, then I would. I'd live 1,000 more days if I could. all slips past. Your violet dusk as it settles in the endless sky, and these lives we can't control, and you blink it all goes whizzing by. If I could stop that clock, yeah, from spinning, then I would. I live 1,000 more days. I'd live 1,000 more days. I'd live 1,000 more days if I could.